The Western Hills Lady Wolverines face a monumental task. Try and knock off top 5 Franklin County, now on the Game of the Week. When you are young, inexperienced, and have had your season cut in half by COVID issues, it's a lot to ask a young team to get a victory and play their best basketball. When that young team then has to go to Franklin County and take on a top 5 ranked team in the state, that is a monumental ask. Hello and welcome to the Game of the Week. I'm Glenn Waldrop, and we've said it for so long. Franklin County is dominant in district play. They haven't lost a game in over 5 years. And tonight, the task Western Hills has is to try to end that streak against a top 5 ranked team that has all the experience coming off a state tournament, and to do it with a bunch that has had COVID restrictions and are maybe the youngest team in the state of Kentucky. The Lady Wolverines have a lot on their plate tonight. It should be a fun one, though. It's the Lady Wolverines and Franklin County. We'll have the start of this contest in just a moment right here on Cable 10.
Here at David Toll's Auto Pro, we know if people are driving right now, it's only for the most important reasons. And if their car breaks down, we need to get it back on the road. At Auto Pro, we want you to rest assured that we're doing everything in our power to keep you safe. We follow all recommended COVID-related safety guidelines when handling your vehicle. Our lobby and facilities are completely clean and sanitized every night, and we have touchless credit card processing. We appreciate your trust in these difficult times, and we want to thank you for shopping locally. If you have to take it to somebody, you can take it to us. David Toll's Auto Pro.
Game of the Week is sponsored by David Toll's Auto Pro. David Toll's Auto Pro is open regular business hours and is dedicated to keeping you safe and back on the road with contact-free drop-off. Pickup and delivery is also available. Disinfecting nightly all areas. Following all safety precautions. Vehicle sanitizing service also available. Call 502-352-2988 or 502-352-2205.
Welcome into Franklin County yet again. Getting set for tip-off here. Glad you have joined us on this east side, west side tilt. Talked about it in the open. Western Hills has a big hill to climb tonight to knock off one of the top teams in the state in Franklin County. And speaking of Franklin County and some of the success that they've had over the years, of course, Joey Thacker's been to 4 state tournaments in the last, I believe it's 6 years. Been to 2 state championship games where he was defeated. Last year, got knocked off by Anderson County in the first round of the Sweet 16 at Rupp Arena. But you see that basketball right there. There's been a lot of great players come through, and Brooklyn Miles eclipsed 2,000 points recently, and that will make her 3rd all-time. She's just shy of 2nd all-time. We're working on some numbers right now to see how far off she is. I believe she needs 11 points to pass Princess Stewart to be the all-time, 2nd all-time leading scorer, and we're trying to get all the first leading score stuff worked out. And if you're new to Franklin County basketball, Brooklyn Miles, it's not a surprise that she scored over 2,000 points. She's been a huge part of those 4 state tournament teams, started playing as a 7th grader. She is a Miss Basketball candidate, one of the top candidates for Miss Basketball in the entire Commonwealth, and has already committed to the University of Tennessee, one of the great programs in history. So not a surprise that she has put her name high atop the record books at Franklin County High School, and that is an accomplishment because there have been some absolute great players come through. So congratulations to Brooklyn, and as I said, I think she needs 11 to become 2nd all-time to pass one of her former teammates, Princess Stewart. And there's Joey Thacker, I've known for years. He has coached at multiple schools. He's coached multiple sports. He is a baseball junkie. He is a football offensive coordinator that's as good as anywhere in the state or anywhere in the country. He teaches at the Tony Franklin Football School, the spread. He loves the game of basketball, and he is now the all-time leader in school history, boys or girls, for wins. He passed Gary Moore on the list just recently. I believe it's at 419 victories for Joey Thacker, which is an incredible number. And when you throw in the fact that he's also been coaching football during his whole career, He umpires baseball. He and his family have gone through a lot of health issues with his wife, who thankfully is so healthy now. His daughter's playing at center. They don't miss a thing. He's got other daughters playing for him. This guy is active when it comes into the lives of student athletes, and to run a program to be as successful as you have to tip your cap to one Joey Thacker for that outstanding career. So got Terry Johnson down in the PA. I'm getting a piece of it. I'm not sure exactly what is happening now with the pregame. He was just finishing up the bio for the all-time coaching victories list for Joey Thacker. So well-deserved round of applause. And again, if you're just tuning in, COVID protocols are being put in place throughout the Commonwealth, throughout the world, obviously. Hopefully, things will continue. There have been COVID issues, especially for Western Hills this year. They've missed 5 games. But as you can see, they're still doing social distancing on the floor, social distancing with the stands. I'm social distancing as our crew is. I'm actually at my house calling this game, which we're about 3 games into it, trying to get used to that. But we're so glad to have high school athletics right now, high school basketball. It's such a passion to so many people throughout the state of Kentucky. And we're just glad to be able to highlight these student athletes.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, please exit through the doors at the rear of the gym nearest to the football stadium. Thank you for your cooperation.
With all these protocols that are in place and with the craziness that is COVID-19 and trying to do live television on top of it, we are currently experiencing technical difficulties on Cable 10. Those of you watching on YouTube and on Facebook, things are going smoothly. If you happen to be at home and you're trying to figure it out, if you've got your mobile device, it is on Facebook, it is on YouTube. The FPV crew working extremely hard now to get it working on Cable 10. And we can't thank them enough for what they've done to make this work. The work that David Columbia and Zach and Doug and Abby and Ben and all the crew have been doing to make this happen. Kathy and Scott and everybody, it's just an incredible amount of work. Technology you wouldn't believe, and they're making it possible, so we thank them for all their hard work. As you can see right now, the color guard from Franklin County High School is coming out for the presentation of colors of the national anthem. I'm going to dip out for just a moment. We'll be back with tip-off, no longer tip-off. We'll be back with the start of the game in just a moment. That's one of those COVID changes. Glad you've joined us. I'm Glenn Walter. It's the game of the week. We'll be back in just a moment. Color guard will leave the floor now, and it's always just a great thing when you see these high school student athletes, and in this case the members of the guard there, coming out and being a part of the protocols and the programs, and to get to do what they love to do. I know there's been a lot of issues with cheerleading squads and pep teams and dance teams and all these people not getting to be involved. The band, of course, wants to be a part of all this as often as possible. We're so thankful for the KHSAA and for the local school districts to work through all this to allow these student athletes to play. I've mentioned this throughout, and from a personal experience, my son missed his senior year of baseball. The spring athletes missed last year. It was heartbreaking to the parents, to the kids, to everybody involved. And we didn't want to see that happen anywhere else, and we're so thankful that plans are in place to continue this. It has not been easy. As I mentioned earlier, Western Hills program, they are extremely young and inexperienced. On top of that, they had a COVID issue, missed 5 games. So they're 0-3. They're just getting started. Playing a team as experienced as Franklin County, who's already got 8 games under their belt. It is a huge task, as I said in the open, a monumental task to take on this Franklin County team. But they're going to do their very best. Brandon Moravicek will have them ready to play and play hard. As I mentioned, they are 0-3. You want to talk about young, inexperienced. This is the roster coming in tonight for Western Hills. 1 senior, no juniors, 3 sophomores, 4 freshmen, 5 8th graders, 2 7th graders. Playing in just their 4th game as a varsity. You can imagine what they're going through. They haven't been able to practice. They haven't been able to do all the preseason stuff they want to do. Nobody has. So a tough battle tonight. Their game so far, they lost to Henry County 57-45. Great Crossings knocked them off 78-21, and Carroll County 50-20. They do play tomorrow night at Trimble County, so we'll be playing them back-to-back nights. Franklin County comes in at 6-2, 2-0 in the district, coming off a loss at Bardstown last night. And I talked to Joey Thacker today. He was not really pleased with how they finished. It was a game that was tough, ebb and flow-wise, a lot of foul trouble. But really, if you want to look at one thing that has caused maybe 2 problems for Franklin County this year, depth is a bit of an issue, and the person who really makes their defense go, Jasmine Chambers, who has been great to them, is out with an ACL issue. So they are even more short-staffed issue, if you will. But as I mentioned in the tees in the open, this team from Franklin County has not lost a 41st district contest in over 5 years. They just come out and take care of business. But the last time we saw Franklin County, as I said, they're 6-2. They lost last night. They were ranked number 1 in the state. They took on number 2 Anderson County, and Anderson County took them behind the woodshed. It was all Lady Bearcats, 64-32, a game you saw right here on Cable 10. So they're kind of Jekyll and Hyde right now as Franklin County, but almost every team is, because you just can't do the work you're needing to do and want to do. So looking at the lineups, Nevaeh Carter, Shavy Kennedy, Brooklyn Miles, Patience last year, Javen Mead. Take a look at, we mentioned Brooklyn Miles, 17 points per game last year, a double-double at 11.6. For Western Hills, they're going to try to do what they can to control the pace and to shorten this game. They're in a zone here now. Last year, baseline, strong to the hoop. Shot's no good, and that's going to be a charge as Patient went strong to the basket. And stepping in there and taking the charge was Mackenzie Hellard, a freshman, taking that charge there. As you can see, Laster went very hard to the rim. And we'll get you the starters for Western Hills momentarily. I see Elizabeth Judy in there, number 33. That's Kaylin Davis, number 30 on the handle. That's point guard with the ball out there. Mitchell, Kiana Mitchell, who is handling the point guard duties as a sophomore. Kenzie Hellard, one of the starters there, number 5, a freshman. And that's going to be an illegal screen out top. I think they're going to get Kaylin Davis for that. That's a tough call. She looked to be set a little bit and just got a piece of Carter. Carter, good three-point shooter over the wing. That is up and off the mark by Kennedy. Weak side rebound controlled by Western Hills, and now triple team, and that's where you've got to be very careful in the backcourt. Christina Ayers there, the sophomore, with the rebound, was tied up. Shelby Kennedy just underway here first quarter on a doubleheader. If you're tuning in, we have the boys coming up next, and that one's shaping up to be a good one. Two teams also struggling because they haven't gotten their legs under them yet due to COVID issues. There's a three-point attempt, up and good. That's knocked down there by Kiana Mitchell, the leading scorer for the Lady Wolverines at 12 points per game. Hits her first shot, and it's a 3-0 lead, Western Hills. Carter to Kennedy, now skip pass over Miles. Thought about the three, now takes a bounce, takes it, and the Tennessee committee knocks it down. Not known as a three-point shooter, but has improved that game dramatically. And now, not surprisingly, a 2-2-1 full-court press from Franklin County. They like to speed you up and turn you over. Hills does a nice job there. Quick shot up and good off glass. That was a good take by Kaylin Davis. A nice start from Western Hills with the 2-point advantage. Blaster down low. Mead caught it deep, couldn't finish, but kicks it back out after her own miss. Miles, back iron. Blaster, third attempt, no good. Make it 4 for Franklin County and 1. Blaster is a workhorse on the glass. That was the 4th chance on the trip for the Lady Flyers, and that's something when you play the zone, it just hurts you with blocking out, and a much larger, more athletic front line for Franklin County just crashing the glass. Laster finishes the 3-point play. It is a 6-5 lead for Franklin County. Starks into the game now for the Lady Flyers. Now full-court man-to-man, it looks like here. No, it's back in the 2-2-1. They'll trap. There's a steal by Miles. Nice give to Carter. Starks, nice pass to the cutting Laster who finishes. Good ball movement there from the Lady Flyers as 4 different Lady Flyers touched it before the finish by Laster. She has 5, and we'll go to our first break. It was a good start for Western Hills, and now County's pressure creates a bucket. We'll be back in a moment on the Game of the Week.
Hello, my name is Greg with the State Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, the State Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. Estate Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
Patience Laster is averaging 11 points and almost 10 rebounds per contest. We talk about her being a double-double machine, and good start to this one for her. A couple of rebounds and 5 points already. And now there's another deflection, and it's going to lead to a jump ball. Possession arrow will leave it. Actually, I think it's going to go to Franklin County. It's going to lead on this end. Brandon Moravchik has every coach in every sport facing so many obstacles, and even more for Western Hills with COVID-19 protocol problems. And then you get to face Franklin County, the juggernaut out of the 11th region. There's Laster, and they have found a spot for her as she's going from the high post and just sliding down the lane, and her teammates are finding her. She has a quick 7, and the lead is now 10-5, and there's a turnover. And Western Hills has trouble scoring the basketball. They shoot only 22% as a team from the field and 14% from 3. But right now where they're really facing the problem is in that zone. They have no answer for Laster. Now watch, she's on the low block right now. They've been sliding her up the block, and they're in the mid-post. Not a way to travel, it looked like right there. But what they've been doing is just letting her take the screen and slide. They found her. Carter, foot on the line. No good. Rebound was just ripped away from Laster. Now she goes down. Hellard got the original rebound. Now there's a foul in the backcourt, and Laster's slow to get up as the foul will go on Franklin County's Nevaeh Carter. It's good to see the Lady Flyer cheerleading team on. It's just been so hard. You know, we went through the football season and you know, this basketball season early on. People just, it's so different, and it's hard on the kids. And for those of you that don't think it is, trust me, it is hard on these kids. It is unlike anything any of us have ever been through, but imagine going through it as, in this case, from a 7th grader to a 17-year-old and trying to live a normal life under these conditions with all the other issues and social media and everything these kids deal with. And they're doing a really good job. There's a turnover in the backcourt. That's a steal there by Kennedy. Up quick, Miles for the lane-in. And this is what we sort of expected. The pressure is just brutal. And it's been like this for years. This Franklin County team is not unlike many of them going back 7, 8, 9 years under Joey Thacker. They're relentless on defense. They jump passing lanes. and they create offense off of turnovers, and that is what has happened here. Inbound, Kennedy, too strong. Again, Laster, rebound, and one more. 9 points already for Laster, and we're halfway through the first quarter. That's going to be a travel in the backcourt. They just speed you up so much. Elizabeth Judy caught the ball around half court and just drug her foot. Brandon Moravchik doesn't like it. But it looked to be a travel from this angle. It is miles away and looking at a computer screen, but looked like one from here. Brooklyn Miles, open three, left wing, rattles out. Nice job clearing the glass there by Hillard. She is undersized down low, but doing a really good job for the Lady Wolverines on the defensive glass. And now stepping on the sideline, and that'll turn it over. Christina Ayers just had nowhere to go. I mean, catch it in the certain areas. That's where the defense wants you to go. They funnel you to an area, and then it's just bad news. High post, low post. Meade with a tough catch. Now there's the slide again by Laster, and she is fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. Laster comes in at about 6 foot. Meade is listed at 6'2". So a huge size advantage for these Lady Flyers. But when you're as active as Laster is, and then you have teammates that recognize the zone and go out and execute the game plan, it can make it very, very difficult on a team as young and as inexperienced as Western Hills. Sarah Ayers will come into the game now, only an 8th grader. One of 7 middle schoolers on this varsity roster for Brandon Moravchik. Miles gets the rebound, up and in. Miles with 7 and deflection out of bounds there. Oh, look at Miles, just splits the 2 people trying to block her out, gets right to the basket, goes up strong. Amelia Wells into the game for Franklin County, and that was a turnover waiting to happen. Whether or not Ayers had it go off her foot or not, when you catch it in that is the coffin corner right there. Nowhere to go, and a quick turnover. Still in the 2-3 as they have been throughout as Western Hills. Miles, little Euro step through the paint, 4-2. University of Tennessee is excited about getting this playmaker who really makes it happen on defense, and sharing the basketball in there shows her game in the midcourt to just work through the lane. Quick 3 is up and off the mark there by Mitchell. Offensive rebound to Western Hills. Mitchell into the paint, floater. Too strong off glass. Wells with the rebound and keeps control. Miles, 4-3. So you can see the matchup issue that Western Hills is facing. You have extremely quick guards, a strong post game, and a defense that turns you over, and that is a recipe for either really good or really bad scenarios depending on who you root for. And there's a turnover there for Western Hills. Already out to a 24-5 lead. It was a 5-2 lead at one time for Western Hills. 22 zip run, if my numbers are right. Couple subs in as Starks back in there, misses that shot. Nice offside rebound there for Western Hills. There's the trap out front, and that's going to be a reach in as into the game for Franklin County. I don't have it on the roster. I believe that's Ritterkoff. We're going to get that at the timeout. To the basket, shot blocked by Meade. Nice take there from Mitchell. But 6'2", Jaden Meade says, get it out of here. It's a two-man game on the inbound. Left-hand shot too strong. Rebound put up and in. Ayers stayed with it, got her own miss, and snaps the 22-0 run. Quickly back down, Miles. Meade on the putback. A good little spurt here from Western Hills to get the bucket off the offensive rebound and then gets the defensive stop. Switching out here, just really hounding the ball. Mitchell, step back three, off the mark. Starks battling for the rebound, goes to the floor. Good hustle play from both squads. Under a minute to play, first quarter. Pretty good effort there. Aubrey Perkins was battling as Carter back in. And again, this is the first quarter of 8 quarters of regulation we'll bring you, as we have the boys coming up next. Western Hills and Franklin County set up to be a really good one. And Mitchell off the mark and just battling away, and Meade comes out of there with it to Carter, and now Franklin County pushes it. Wells finishes. There's an unforced error, and that's just a lot of times Franklin County will turn you over, and it's not a steal or a deflection or something like that. They just speed you up so much that you get out of control and maybe dribble it out of bounds or step on the sideline or whatever it may be. They just can do so many things to disrupt what the opponent wants to do, and that's what Franklin County's been so good at for so many years. They're showing some fight. There's a turnover at the horn. That would have counted. It's no good. So it is a 26-7 lead for Franklin County. Both teams showing spurts, but Patience Laster really has gotten it done. 12 points in the first quarter. It is a 26-7 lead for the Lady Flyers. Back with the second period in just a moment on the Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Estate Tree Service. We have a solution for all your tree care needs. Estate Tree Service provides expert tree care and preservation. Call 502-229-5258 for a free estimate. Also by Raymond James. Since 1996, Tom Curran and Raymond James have been committed to helping our community achieve their financial goals and needs. Raymond James, life well planned. Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Family Dental Center, serving Frankfort for over 30 years with over 100 years of experience. Call us today for your next appointment at 791-8950. Family Dental Center, let us make you smile.
First quarter's in the books, and looking at my numbers, which are unofficial, but I think they're right on right now. That first quarter, I mentioned Patience last year with 12, Brooklyn Miles with 12, Wells with 2. That's all the scoring for Franklin County. But when you get 12 apiece out of 2 starters, that helps. 26-7 advantage. Mitchell with 3 for Western Hills, Ayers with 2, and Davis with 2. Glad you've tuned in here as we're into 2021, and Brooklyn Miles will start this quarter getting a rest for the number 5 ranked Lady Flyers of Franklin County, coming off of a loss. And Joey Thacker wants to get them playing their style of basketball, and thought we would see a quick start tonight, and we did, as the shot by Wells hits into the side of the rim, and that leads to a jump ball, typically, I think, is how that is scored. Mitchell in there from Western Hills, number 2, also in the game is 33, Elizabeth Judy. try to set the rest of the starters for both sides as we see them. I believe I see Kaylin Davis in there, number 30. Also Heller, number 5. And there's still by number 5, Carter for Franklin County. And then just stepping out of bounds there was Mitchell. We'll try to get this one roster change we're still trying to get for you. And I'm going to try to get that here as we stay in the action. Wells put back blocked. And again, they just so many hands just constantly deflecting the basketball from Franklin County. Cameron Ritterkoff is who's number 12. I got her name just in time as the 8th grader in varsity time hits the big 3. And they get a timeout. Ravachik got the timeout from the bench as the Young's 8th grader hits a triple. The pressure comes back. 6:53 left. Franklin County in control at home on the east side and spreading the floor. Nice skip pass. Ritterkoff says, I may be an 8th grader, but I can shoot the tray.
The Family Dental Center is open and serving Frankfort's patients in a safe working environment, following all CDC recommended safety guidelines. You can save 15% on implants today by taking part in the Dental Implant Contribution Plan to help make your care as affordable as possible. Visit tv.frankfortimplants.com for more information. If you have any questions, call 502-829-7541. Family Dental Center, here to serve you.
This is our new norm. It is homecoming. As you can see, there's some corsages there and boutonnieres and fans in masks. And as I said earlier, I know it's not ideal, but the fact that these student athletes and these parents and these other active members of the school get the opportunity to have a season, to have a year, to enjoy, whether they're freshmen or seniors, to get the experience is so very important for everyone. And we're so very thankful to have the opportunity to bring you this basketball game from the east side. And I'm at my house, and we're doing what we can to make it happen as Franklin County is in control of this. Not surprisingly, but Western Hill has shown a lot of fight. There's a travel. Lady Wolverines, we knew were really overmatched coming in, but they're learning a lot. This team is as young as any that plays at the varsity level in this entire Commonwealth. Carter got away with the travel, maybe out, and I've got some subs, and that is a quick 2. That was actually Kennedy, who is a starter, getting her first bucket. But we also have Gracie Thacker in the game, 34. Ritterkoff still in there, Carter in there with Blaster. 3-2 zone from the Lady Flyers. Right wing, Mitchell's waiting for it. She's ready to launch if she gets the pass. She does, but sits, shoots off the mark. Thacker controls the glass, and up quickly, Carter. A little out of control, gets it back. Kennedy, 12-footer falls. Shawty Kennedy, another bucket, 2 straight. It is a 33-7 ball game. Left-hand shot up quickly off glass, no good. That was Davis who pulled the trigger. Now up Laster, down the floor Kennedy, and she gets 3 straight buckets. Shawty Kennedy started and was scored. Now she's put in 3 straight. Unforced error there from Western Hills. Elijah Starks in the game. Miles back in. And we don't know how much we'll see Brooklyn Miles or Patience Laster in the second half if things continue down this path. So Thacker will get them some more minutes here, get some work in, and then they may have a short night. Laster's going to take 3 and hit. Patience Laster does her damage in the paint, steps out behind the arc, and she is having a night. Three off the mark, Meade rebound, Miles pushing. Wide open, Kennedy, 2 more. And the route is on. Three-two zone again for Franklin County. Backing off some of the pressure. There's in the mid-post. Kick out, good ball movement, but there are the quick hands of Brooklyn Miles. Takes it strong to the bucket to the finish. And that's the part of her game that got the attention of big programs like Tennessee where she's committed. She is just a force with her quickness and defensive ability. Shot blocked by Meade, but right into the hands of the Lady Wolverine. It won't fall. That was taken up there by Judy. Starks to Meade and a lot of contact and no call, and the ball goes out of bounds and will stay with Franklin County. Wells back into the game. 15 right now for Laster. Kennedy off the mark. Meade offensive rebound. No good, but she is fouled. I think that foul is going to go on Ayers of Western Hills.
That is her first, team fourth. Jacob Meade is at the line for 2 free throws.
Patience Laster came into the game averaging just under 12 points per game. She has 15 here through just over a quarter and a half. Brooklyn Miles averages 17 per contest, and she has 14 at this point of the game. So really the 2 leading scorers after the loss last night making a point to get active early and often in this one. Meade misses both. There is the ball right back in the hands of Miles. 3, Starks, good. Elijah Starks gets in the scoring column. And that's going to be a foul on Kennedy in the backcourt.
The foul is on number 4, Charlotte Kennedy. That is her first, team fourth. The Lady Flyers, number 1, Lauren Meadows, replaces Charlotte Kennedy.
There's another pass. And again, Franklin County extends their defense so much, and a team as inexperienced and young as Western Hills, it just seems like there's about 9 players in white jerseys instead of the 5. They just disrupt everything you try to do. And the only way to combat it is to play against it for a number of years and to get stronger and to get more experience. That's the only thing that's going to help a team this young play a team this experienced and skilled. There's a steal in the backcourt. Wells behind the back, had Miles, didn't give it to her, now gets it over to Miles. Tried to get it to the cutting Meade. The ball's on the floor, and that'll be a jump ball.
For Western Hills, number 2, Keanu Mitchell. Replaces Dakota Wilder.
Streak up off the mark by Kennedy. 2:30 left in the first half. Homecoming at Franklin County. A different homecoming than we're used to, but a homecoming nonetheless. And I think we got a good one coming up after this girls game. When you look at Franklin County and Western Hills, I think they're pretty evenly matched. You've got a lot of really athletic guys from Franklin County that are coming off the football field that are getting their legs under them. They're going to be a force once they get that sort of basketball field. Western Hills, we've seen, they've got good low post guys. They've got a good guard. It's bonus out of bounds on Wells. But, you know, when you talk about Western Hills, Walter Campbell and Eric Gabbard down low are really, really good. Zach Simonis is a hot shooting guard. And then you look at what Franklin County's got. Fred Ferrier playing basketball for the first time in years, so athletic. They've already got Zach Cox. Nick Broyles is out on the basketball team. Jay Madison's out on the basketball team. Philip Pfeiffer's on the basketball team. They played the state championship game. They didn't get any preseason. So as they start to get better and get their legs under them, this Franklin County basketball team on the boys' side could be really, really tough. And I love what Western Hills is doing with Jeff Cody. So Tony Wise, Jeff Cody know each other well. I hope you will continue to tune in, as I think that one's a big one, not only because they're both finding their way, but because of what it means in district play. Western Hills already has a district win on the boys' side. If they get another win, that gives them a huge leg up for a potential 1 or 2 seed, and it puts a lot of pressure on the others, and that would be Franklin County falling to 0-2. So a lot to play for here in a little bit. Good look, couldn't finish. Carter with the rebound, will push it up now. In the corner, 3 balls up. No good. Battle for the rebound and controlled there from Western Hills. Did see Juliana Frazee in the game for Franklin County. There's a couple of numbers we're trying to run down, so bear with us as we get into the deep into the roster on some of these teams. Hey, shot up and good there by Mitchell. Gives her 5 points. Kiana Mitchell, the leading scorer for the Wolverines, at 12 points per clip. That'll be a foul on her as Carter went to the basket.
Fouls on number 21, Christina Ayers. That is her first, team 5th. Nevada Carter in the line for 2 free throws.
Carter off the mark. Carter averages almost 9 points per game, but free throw shooting has really been a struggle this year. Carter coming in at 33%. The team only shoots 55%, and if you're going to be a team to get to a state tournament and try to win it, free throw shooting must improve for Joey Thacker's Lady Flyers. One is Lauren Meadows, who I missed earlier. Nearly a steal. Now it comes up with it. Under a minute to play, first half. Ridikoff out of control, and the official says that's offense. You can hear him from the baseline there. He's just had a trouble controlling it, and nice job in there standing the ground. And is that 10? I believe that might have been Perkins who took a charge. Carter is hounding Mitchell out there with the basketball. Nearly a 5-second count. Nice give. That'll be a foul on Ridikoff there. That was a nice offensive set there, getting into the paint, drawing the defense. And Mackenzie Heller will go to the line, and that is on the give there by her teammate Ayers. Nice bounce pass in the paint. Heller misses the first. Freshman getting her first varsity action against the defending 11 threes and champion Franklin County Lady Flyers. Loose ball right into the hands of Lady Flyer, but can't finish. Frazee with the rebound. All knocked away, controlled by Western Hills. Final 20 seconds. Got highlights coming your way here in just a few moments. Hill's going to take the last shot. Ayers, left-hand shot blocked. And that will be the last play of the half. So hot shooting from the outside, great play from the inside, defense creating offense. It is Brooklyn Miles and Patience Laster leading the way. Miles, the Tennessee commit, doing it on every facet of the game. Franklin County well in control. We're at the break on the Game of the Week.
Call David Tolles Auto Pro for all your automotive needs. Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Tolles Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
Back into Franklin County High School as the Lady Flyers are in control of this one. As you can see the score there, it is a 46-9 contest. And what I really love about both teams right now is Western Hills came out, they weren't scared, they were taking shots, they were pushing it, they knew they were facing an onslaught, but it didn't slow them down. They got out to a quick little 5-2 lead, and then a 22-0 run after that was all Franklin County. Brooklyn Miles and Patience Laster, 15 and 14 respectively, 15 for Laster, 14 for Miles, really sort of jumped this open. It was a 26-7 game at the end of the first quarter. Laster has dominated everywhere. We even saw Patience Laster step out from her comfort zone. So we've seen her just go from the high post to the low post, high post to the low post, as we're seeing here over and over again. We've seen her go to the glass. But we even saw her step back and hit a three, as the defense, as always, created havoc and led to a lot of numbers. But domination in all facets against a young, inexperienced, and outmanned team of Franklin County. But it is homecoming night. We'll come back with some of the information on that. Franklin County well in control. It is a doubleheader. Boys will come up after this one. It's all Lady Flyers now. It's Western Hills, Franklin County, Game of the Week, East Side, West Side rivalry. Glad you've joined us. Welcome back into the game of the week. Whether you are in your home or maybe out and about or maybe in the gym watching some of the stream, we're glad to inform those of you that are trying to watch on Cable 10 that we are back up and operational there. We have remained up on Facebook and YouTube, and glad you tuned in for this doubleheader tonight. This is game one. Of course, it's all Franklin County right now, 46-9, thanks to a 20-2 second quarter that vaulted them out to that big lead. It will be a running clock, I believe, here for this remaining part of the game. But don't forget, coming up after this one, about 20 minutes usually right after, we'll have the boys game in a good one. Tony Wise and his Franklin County Flyers taking on the Wolverines led by Jeff Cody. And we expect that to be a tight. So glad you be hanging out with us here. We're glad to have you with us on the game of the week, whatever platform you may be watching. And I'm glad to be at my house doing it. If I've got to do it anywhere, if I can't be in the gym, I'll do it at my house. And it started as Jamie Meade gets her first bucket of the game on a nice give from the high post to Brooklyn Miles down to Jamie, and she finishes, and it was a 48-9 advantage. Should mention our crew all social distancing in the truck, on the floor. They're wearing masks. Everybody doing their part. And again, I just want to send a big thank you to the entire production crew at Cable 10 and at FPB for finding a way to get these contests on the air and for allowing me to be a part of it. This is during unprecedented times. We've all heard so much. This is a great team effort to make this happen as Laster continues her great play. She has now 17. And I know David Columbia kind of spearheads all the production there with all the different folks getting things done, and we thank him for what he does and the entire crew that are coming out in tough conditions to bring you these images and sounds of the student athletes in our community. Miles. And it looks like they've decided here in this early part of the third quarter to just step on the gas and really put this one away. It was well in control, obviously, but a quick start here, 90 seconds in, and already 7 points. That can take no good. Laster rebound, and she draws the foul. There's a three. Miles got her feet set and just buries it. And that is something, again, she's going to have to improve at the next level. When you play at a university like Tennessee, in the SEC, against top teams constantly, just like last night at home, Tennessee hosted UConn, who's ranked third in the country, and took them down to the wire last year on a good take. You know, you've got to have your whole game in check, and they think they can develop her outside game. She's obviously been working on it, and we wish Brooklyn the very best as she will be a part of Big Orange this time next year. Hurts me to say that a little bit as a Kentucky fan, but what a traditional program they have there in Knoxville, led by all-time great Pat Summitt. Block shot leads to a lay-in. 21 for Laster. Nice defense. They're still working. I mean, it's so easy at times to stand around on either team when you get in a game like this, and both teams are still moving their feet. They're still trying to do what they can. Unforced error there. Well, actually, I should say it wasn't unforced as Miles jumped out in the passing lane and caused the high pass. But there's the block by Laster. Meade controls it to Miles. And, hey, if I get the block and run the floor, get me the rock, let me finish. And another.
Ladies and gentlemen, that last basket was Brooklyn Miles' 2,058 point, moving her past Princess Stewart into second place on the Lady Flyer all-time scoring list. Congratulations to Brooklyn Miles.
So if you may have heard Terry Johnson in the background, Brooklyn Miles just passed Princess Stewart for the second spot all-time in scoring for the Lady Flyers. And Joey Thacker and I talked before the game. He thought she needed 11. I have her thus far with 21. So whatever that number was, she is now 2,058 points, surpassing Princeton Stewart, who was a great player on those state tournament teams of late that went on to play at Xavier University. And I've still got, I didn't get the total or the Lady Flyer who's the all-time leading scorer. I'm trying to get that, and hopefully we'll get that to you tonight. As the free throw attempt is off the mark by Elizabeth Judy.
I couldn't find out.
Chuck's been trying to find out who the all-time leading scorer is. We can't get to the break. Joey Thacker told me today during our conversation I was making notes and somehow didn't write it down. So I have no one to blame but me, as my wife always says, I don't listen. Apparently that is true today with some of the conversation with Joey Thacker. But in my defense, Joey does a lot of talking. It's hard to keep up with everything. 62-9. And those of you that know Joey know what I'm saying. He's one of the most colorful, funny guys around. He's got great stories, great sayings. And I think maybe I just missed the name there with all of it going on today. We've got a lot of folks on Facebook. If you happen to know who the all-time leading scorer is for the Lady Flyers, it doesn't have to be a trivia contest. Let us know. We appreciate it. Yeah, Doug Crow, our replay man extraordinaire, will find a prize for you if you can let us know who is the all-time leading scorer for Franklin County Lady Flyers program system. That is Doug Crow that will be providing that. Starks hits her second three of the game, 65-9. And there's a timeout. Now, I'm curious to see, I think they stopped the clock on timeouts. That's the only time, so that'll get a stop here. But here's how things continued. Starks for three. County with the huge lead here on game one of doubleheader night from the east side.
Since our beginning, our business has been people and their financial well-being. It's evident in good times, with decisions focused on the long term, and crucial when circumstances become difficult. That continued emphasis on people, our advisors, associates, clients, and communities, gives us purpose, strength, and a way forward, today and always.
Back in and getting some interesting texts from friends and people throughout tonight. As a lot of people watching, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or Cable 10, and we're so glad to bring it to you, as this one is well in control for Franklin County. But there's only one way to get experience against a team like this, and that is to go out, get between the lines, and battle it out. So a lot can be learned tonight for this young, inexperienced Western Hills Lady Wolverine squad. So Alex and Newton in the game there, 14. We should mention, I mentioned early in the ball game, but it's something that you may hear a lot more about later. While it not so much in this game, it was a factor, but Jasmine Chambers injured her knee in the first quarter of the game against Great Crossings about a week ago. She is out indefinitely, and was really what made the defense go for Joey Thacker's Lady Flyers. They miss her, and he made sure to let me know that it will be a challenge without her going forward. But tonight, the game is certainly in hand, as they missed her in spirit, but not so much as what she might have provided on the floor, as it has been in control since early on. And that was Ayers for the bucket. She now has 4 points. Thacker misses the shot off glass. A lot of youngsters on both sides getting action here. Runner off the mark. Wells had it, lost it, gets it back, and now she'll spread the floor a little bit with it here. There's the three-point attempt off the mark. That was Hazlett. And the offensive rebound attempt was missed, but fouled. And Elijah Starks will go to the line. She has come off the bench to score 6 with 2 3-point buckets. That one off the mark. And as again, I've talked about this, and I know Joey Thacker looks at games throughout the state, does his homework, scouting reports, and everything else. He knows that his team must be better than shooting 55% from the free throw line if they want to have a chance to make the run they want to make toward another state tournament appearance. Second of 2 is good for Starks. Nearly a steal. Good effort there. We're going to see some young ladies getting playing time here that we don't see very often, so we'll work on the rosters here. We get an end of the third quarter, so the final 8 minutes are about here as it is a 65-11 game. And we talked about inside presence, but shooting the threes tonight, Franklin County has done a number. Brooklyn Miles has 4, and you throw in a couple of them from Starks, and it has been all Lady Flyers well in control. 11 threes and champs looking just like the chance that maybe they want to repeat this season.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all of your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Back in, and we've had some folks reaching out to us, and we got to give the one shout out. We got the answer we were looking for, and I remembered it as soon as Doug told me in my ear during the break. Allison Story, now Allison Story Nix, is the all-time leading scorer. Played, I believe, according to Joey, it was back in the mid to late 90s. She's the all-time leading scorer, only trailed now by Brooklyn Miles. But Butch Turner is the one who shout out to us, and if you know Butch, he loves Franklin County athletics, and he had the answer for us. So, class of 2000, thank you very much. Butch, give that up. So, yeah, Butch Turner getting it done. Doug Crow is getting you something special. I don't know what it is, Butch, but glad you tuned in. As there's a 3 up and good. That is Kylan Davis there. Kylan Davis knocking it down. She has 5. Quick 3 back up and off the mark there on the Lady Flyers. This final 8 minutes will go pretty quick as the clock will run except during official timeouts. Saw Jackie Inman also posted that it was Allison Story. And I've got to do a better job writing down Joey Thacker stuff. Usually I'm writing down sayings from Elkhorn City and far eastern Kentucky, and this time I missed it. Davis with the bank open on a Friday night. Give her 8 points. Ritterkoff off the mark. Put up in the end. As Frazee gets the bucket with the offensive rebound. It's so good to be able to do these games like this and have the interaction from fans and people on Facebook leaving messages and sending texts, and we really, really appreciate you not only tuning in, but being a part of it. We're all, as we've heard Governor Beshear say, since all the way back in March, we're all in this together, and we're all producing this show together. I appreciate you all being interactive with us. almost a spitting image of what we just saw a few moments ago. Ritterkoff with the miss, Crazy with the putback. Did you just do a replay on me there, Crow? Was that the exact same thing? I know, I'm just kidding. See if you're paying attention, Doug. It's late in this one. Apparently one of the guys on Facebook said you need to get him a gift card, meaning Butch, for one of the local establishments on the west side that sells steaks. Doug hasn't bought a steak since, have you ever bought a steak in public, Doug? I don't know.
On number 12, Cameron Ritterkoff, it is her fourth team second.
Oh, well, you know, season sponsor David Tolles, maybe he'll look out for Butch and thank him so much. Crow's trying to get out of paying for it now, you know. It was his idea, and then now he just doesn't want to do it. That's cool. Shot up and off the mark by Davis. She's had some success. And occasionally you'll hear me laugh. That's because there's somebody in the truck saying something to me very funny. So it's not just me losing my mind.
In line for Western Hills, number 4, Sakota Wilder, and number 12, Sarah Ayers.
So you can imagine I've got people in my ear. I'm in my house. I'm not in the arena. You go a little stir crazy. This game's a bit of a blowout. So we've got all kinds of crazy conversations going. But thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing here with Cable 10 and FPB. Crazy getting some good minutes here for the Lady Flyers. Rebounding the basketball, getting some putbacks. Got a nice defensive rebound there. Now wants it on the block. Tough catch, up and in. Juliana Frazee with 6 points. I've got her with 4 rebounds. Solid minutes for the youngster off the Flyer bench. Ball knocked away. Joey Thacker making the play even with the mask on.
The Lady Flyers, number 20, Hannah Hazlett, replaces Cameron Ritterkoff.
That's a tough catch and just right up and in. Nice play by Frazee. Entry pass. Left-hand shot off the rim. Back up, no good. And we're getting a couple of Lady Flyers in who I didn't have on my roster, so we're going to have to go take a look there. Jaden Oldham, a junior. Gets the free throw. And earlier I had on my roster, but I had scratched over it, was Lauren Meadows, who made a play earlier, number 1. It's Hazlett there, number 20, going for the loose ball. Zone defense for Franklin County. Entry pass off the leg of Frazee, I believe, and will stay with Western Hills.
Hold your spot right there. Cameron Ritterkoff replaces Alex Ziegler.
So the winning streak in district play is going to continue, and I don't have the exact number, but it is nearly 6 seasons for Franklin County, which is just unprecedented. Frazee, another offensive rebound, another putback. Give her 8. But don't go far during the break between 2 games. The 2 games, we have some homecoming festivities we anticipate. We're not sure exactly how it's going to work through the administration of Franklin County. And Ritterkoff will draw the foul there, but we obviously expect a good one. Franklin County and Western Hills, they always seem to play each other very tough. It's a huge rivalry game. It's even has larger implications tonight because of district seeding. Western Hills already with a win over Frankfort High, game you saw right here on the Game of the Week. Franklin County 0-1 in district play after losing at Great Crossings. Uh, you know, this is something that could be very important. It's not a normal night, as we said, for any of them, but this game, the Franklin County Western Hills game, boys, it will be as normal as things get. They're going to get after each other. We expect it to be a good one. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of kids out on the floor for Tony Wise Flyers that were on the football field. A couple of kids that hadn't played in a number of years. Fred Ferrier, of course, who's going to make his college choice on Sunday of where he's going. He's a Division I receiver. Hadn't played basketball, I believe, since his freshman year. He's out and playing well. His quarterback, Nick Broyle's out. Hadn't played in a while, playing well. Jade Madison's out and now healthy. Philip Pfeiffer's out and healthy. Dodo's out, Zach Claudio. So you've got a lot of guys that are just kind of getting their legs under them as basketball players late as they went in the football season of the state championship game in overtime. And then you throw in a Zach Cox as their leading scorer. You throw in some of these other guys that are playing really well. Franklin County has yet to play their best basketball, and I expect to see a good one tonight. Because when you look at Western Hills, and I mentioned them, when you've got the low post presence of Walter Campbell and Eric Gabbard to go with the Zach Simonis and the other great play of Colton Perkins and a youngster off the bench in Austin Stone, it should be a fun one, and we hope that you will tune in and watch all of that. We're in the final minute here of this one. Pass up and shots made by Lauren Meadows. Wells gets the assist. So when this game's over, we'll go to some highlights for you. The stream will stay live. And we'll come back up about 5-6 minutes before tip-off with our open. So don't go anywhere. If you're watching on Cable 10, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, we've got a good one coming your way in just a moment. This one, all of Franklin County, 78-17, but nice fight from the youngsters of Western Hills. And really, when you think about this game, we knew, as I said in the open, it's going to be quite the hill to climb and a task of epic proportions for Western Hills to get the upset tonight. But Patience last year, what a ball game. I had her with 21 points, Brooklyn Miles with 21 points, and some good help off the bench. Kennedy was in double figures. Starks had 7. You look down and see Frazee came in with 8 off the bench. Just a pretty impressive effort coming off a loss from the Lady Flyers. So we're going to step away as you let these highlights roll, but in about 20 minutes, we're going to have the boys coming at you. It will be Franklin County and Western Hills with a lot on the line early in this district seeding contest. East Side host Flyers in Western Hills. I can't wait to bring it to you. I'm Glenn Walter. Thanks for watching the girls edition. Take a minor break. Stream will stay hot, and we'll come back with you with the boys in just a little bit on the Game of the Week, brought to you by the Frankfort Plant Board and Cable 10.
gym that she cheers at outside of school, to little children that share the same interests as her. She is unsure which university she will attend at this time. Would she like to attend a school where she can study something in the medical field? Carly is escorted by her stepfather, Russ Morse. A nice hand, please, for Carly Owens. Now, also representing the freshman class, please welcome Christian Moore. Christian is a 14-year-old freshman, is the son of Mary Moore. Christian is a member of the Flyer varsity football team and the Flyer varsity basketball team. Christian is undecided this time on his future plans, but hopes to play sports while studying business. Christian is escorted by his aunt, Ryan Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Moore. Now, representing the sophomore class, please welcome Zoe England. Zoe is a 16-year-old sophomore, is the daughter of Nick and Alicia England. Zoe is a member of the Beta Club, the Future Farmers of America, the Lady Flyer basketball team, and the Fritz Club. Zoe is active in the youth group at Peaks Mill Christian Church, and she is undecided at this time on her choice of college or her area of study. She is escorted by her stepfather, Russell Rabina. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe England. Now, also representing the sophomore class, please welcome Shakur Muhammad. Shakur is a 16-year-old sophomore, and is the son of Tanya Muhammad and Omar Muhammad. Shakur is a member of the Flyer varsity basketball team and the Flyer varsity track teams. Shakur would like to attend the University of Michigan, where he would major in mechanical engineering. He is escorted by his mother, Tanya Muhammad. A nice hand, please, for our sophomore class representative, Shakur Muhammad. Now, representing the junior class, a nice hand, please, for Scarlett Hornbeck. Scarlett is a 16-year-old junior, is the daughter of Christy Davis and Brad Hornbeck. Scarlett is a member of the Beta Club her sophomore and junior year. She was sophomore class treasurer, and she's a member of the French Club. Scarlett is a volunteer at the Franklin County Women and Family Shelters. She has campaigned for local and statewide political candidates. She's a volunteer at the local Humane Society. Scarlett plans to become an emergency medical technician and is currently undecided on her choice of schools. Scarlett is escorted by her mother, Christy Davis. A nice hand, please, for junior Scarlett Hornbeck. Now, also representing the junior class, a nice hand, please, for Jackson Pruitt. Jackson is a 16-year-old junior, is the son of Steve and Ginger Pruitt. Jackson is a member of the Flyer varsity swim team, the Franklin County High School Choristers, and the Beta Club. Jackson is also a member of the Forks of Elkhorn Baptist Church. Jackson is undecided at this time on his area of study and choice of college. Jackson is escorted by his mother, Ginger Pruitt. A nice hand, please, for Jackson Pruitt. Now, introducing the first of four senior candidates to the 2021 Franklin County High School basketball homecoming queen. Please welcome Brooklyn Miles. Brooklyn is a 17-year-old senior, is the daughter of Gordon Miles and Rachel Hilt. Brooklyn is a member of the girls varsity basketball team and a member of the National Junior Honor Society. Brooklyn has participated in trash pickup with various charitable groups in our community, and is also a volunteer at the Prototype Athletics Youth Organization. Brooklyn plans to further academic and basketball careers at the University of Tennessee on a full ride scholarship. Brooklyn is escorted by her father, Gordon Miles. A nice hand, please, for Brooklyn Miles. Now introducing the first of four senior candidates to be your 2021 Basketball Homecoming King. Please welcome Jonathan Cook. Jonathan is an 18-year-old senior and is the son of Marcia Cook and Dwayne Cook. Jonathan is a member of the Symphonic Band, the Jazz Band, the Flyer Academic Team, the Chess Club, and the French Club. Jonathan is also a member of the Forks of Elkhorn Worship Team. Jonathan plans to attend the University of Kentucky, as yet undecided on his area of study. Jonathan is escorted by his mother, Marcia Cook. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Jonathan Cook. Our next senior tonight is Emily Munnan. Emily is an 18-year-old senior, is the daughter of Scott and Carrie Munnan. Emily is a member of the Lady Flyers soccer team, the Beta Club, and the host organization. She participates in the Bluegrass Soccer Club, the Elementary Life Group, as a leader in the Capital City Christian Chorus. Emily plans to attend the University of Kentucky, where she will major in communication sciences and disorders. Emily is escorted by her mother, Carrie Munnan. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Emily Munnan. Please welcome our next senior, Fred Ferrier II. Fred is an 18-year-old senior and is the son of Anita Farmer. Fred is a member of the Flyer varsity football team, where he was selected All-State First Team, All-District Team, and Frankfurt Traditional Bank Player of the Year. He's also a member of the Flyer varsity basketball team, the Flyer varsity track team, and the DECA organization. Fred has previously helped with younger athletes that play basketball at Hearn Elementary. Fred has not decided on a major but interested in criminal justice or finance, and Fred will be announcing which school he'll be attending to play on this Sunday, January 24th, choosing between University of Toledo, Ohio University, San Diego State University, the Air Force Academy, and the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Fred is escorted by his sister, India Ferrier, and his mother, Anita Ferrier. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Fred Ferrier II. Our next senior tonight is Elijah Starks. Elijah is an 18-year-old senior and is the daughter of Natasha Redhorn. Elijah is a member of the National Society of High School Scholars and a member of the Franklin County High School Lady Flyer varsity basketball team. She has done work as a nursery volunteer and plans to attend the University of Louisville, where she will major in health sciences. Elijah is escorted by her mother, Natasha Leghorn. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Elijah Starks. Now please welcome our next senior, Philip Pfeiffer. Philip is a 17-year-old senior, is the son of Tim and Trina Pfeiffer. Philip is co-president of the senior class, captain of the varsity football team, captain of the Flyer varsity basketball team, member of the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, and a member of the French Club. Philip volunteers at the Franklin County Farmers Market. He plans to attend Lafayette College, where he will study international affairs and play college football. Philip was escorted by his cousin, Natalie Dufour. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Philip Pfeiffer. Now, our fourth and final senior candidate tonight to be your 2021 Basketball Homecoming Queen, please welcome Kendall Woods. Kendall is a 17-year-old senior, is the daughter of Andrea Morris and Stephen Woods. Kendall is the treasurer of the freshman class, member of the Beta Club, a 4-year member of the Flyer dance team. She is the captain of the 2020-2021 dance team and a member of the pep club. Kendall has been a distinguished young woman's little sister, participating in the Jesus Prom, Brittany's Blankets, Run for the Girls, the Angel Tree program, and the Relay for Life program. Kendall plans to attend Georgetown College for the 3- and 2-year nursing program with the University of Kentucky, and she plans to major in nursing and receive her BSN. Kendall is escorted by her father, Stephen Woods. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Kendall Woods. Now introducing our 4th and final senior candidate to be your 2021 Basketball Homecoming King. Please welcome Owen Powell. Owen is a 17-year-old senior who is the son of Caroline and Jason Powell. Owen is a member of the Flyer varsity soccer team. He was the kicker for the Flyer varsity football team, a member of the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, the Student Council, and the French Club. He has participated in soccer for King's Hammer Bluegrass team. He's a member of the First United Methodist Church Youth Group. Owen plans to play soccer in college and study computer science, but is yet undecided on his choice of college. Owen is escorted by his mother, Caroline Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Owen Powell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to remain in the gym during halftime of tonight's game for the crowning of our 2021 Basketball Homecoming King and Queen. A nice hand, please, for all 14 of these outstanding young people. Thank you.
Tonight we have a big rivalry game with even bigger implications for district play. It's Western Hills at Franklin County, now on the Game of the Week. COVID-19 has disrupted everyone's life, obviously. And high school basketball is no different. The whole season's been disrupted this year. And these two teams, Western Hills and Franklin County, have seen their entire season ravaged with cancellations. But tonight, all that's out the window. They haven't played in a week. They may be rusty. They may not have all their guys ready to go. But it will be a big rivalry game with implications. Welcome into the Game of the Week. I'm Glenn Walter. And neither team has played in a week, Franklin County and Western Hills. They're going to be a little rusty, but that is all out the door. As I mentioned, when you talk about these two teams, they want to play their very best against each other. And because whoever wins this game will have an upper leg on district implications, it means even more. The Wolverines head across town to take on Franklin County, their arch rival, in a big district matchup. We'll be back for the start of the contest in just a moment.
Here at David Tolles Auto Pro, we know if people are driving right now, it's only for the most important reasons. And if their car breaks down, we need to get it back on the road. At Auto Pro, we want you to rest assured that we're doing everything in our power to keep you safe. We follow all recommended COVID-related safety guidelines when handling your vehicle. Our lobby and facilities are completely clean and sanitized every night. And we have touchless credit card processing. We appreciate your trust in these difficult times, and we want to thank you for shopping local. If you have to take it to somebody, you can take it to us. David Tolles Auto Pro.
Game of the Week is sponsored by David Tolles Auto Pro. David Tolles Auto Pro is open regular business hours and is dedicated to keeping you safe and back on the road with contact-free drop-off. Pickup and delivery is also available. Disinfecting nightly all areas. Following all safety precautions. Vehicle sanitizing service also available. Call 502-352-2988 or 502-352-2205.
Welcome back into the Game of the Week here from the east side. Franklin County hosting Western Hills. Taking a quick look at these two teams. Western Hills 2-3 on the season, but that important 1-0 in district play for Jeff Cody, the head coach. We saw that victory, a game which they trailed big early on to Frankfort High, but they found a way to get back into it. Looking at the starting lineup, Colton Perkins will get the start there, number one at one of the guard positions. Zach Simonis, who is their best outside shooter, leading scorer at 19 points a game, but also has to handle the ball quite a bit. Another man who handles the ball a lot there, Mason Satterley, number 22. And then the two guys down low that are just beasts, Eric Gabbard averaging nearly 12 points per game, and Walter Campbell at 17 points per clip. And they will present a problem to the front court, or excuse me, the front line, if you will, of the Franklin County defense, as those five guys are physical. But when you talk about physical, really, you think about Franklin County's football team, right? They went to the state championship game, lost in overtime. A tremendous physical team led by Eddie James. Well, Tony Wise didn't have a lot of those guys out for the preseason. He's got 5 starters in the lineup tonight for this one, all 5 coming from the gridiron, from that state finalist team. So his starters all are just now getting their basketball legs under them. He feels like, and many people feel like throughout the 41st District, that when these guys get their basketball kind of feel going, they're going to be hard to handle. There's Fred Ferrier, 10 points per game, so athletic. He's going to announce his college choice Sunday, where he's going to play Division I football. Zach Cox, the leading scorer at 13.8 points per game, can really make things happen. This is a guy they're glad to have back. He had a tremendous career on the football field in just 2 short seasons. Philip Piper, he's been battling injuries. They've had him back for 1 game. They got him back in the lineup tonight. The quarterback on the football team can be so athletic. We've talked about him over the years. Nick Broyles back to playing basketball again. He and Ferrier had a long layoff, back for their season, senior season. And junior Jaden Madison, who can hound the basketball defensively, back in the starting lineup. So Tony Wise, he told me something that's interesting. during a practice in December of 2018. Now think about that. December of 2018, they were at full strength, and I think he even told me the date. They had an injury that day in practice, and since then, in December of 2018, they have not been at full strength with their full roster in a practice or game and going on over 2 years. That's incredible. So he's getting his rotation figured out, the roles figured out. He thinks they'll play well. Both teams had a COVID cancellation, so neither one have played in a week. And we're about set to get this one going. Of course, if you're just tuning in and I haven't seen it yet, there is no jump ball anymore. They, through COVID restrictions, FCHS are going to just get the balls inbounded. Man-to-man defense, and it will be a test for Western Hills tonight because they expect Franklin County to really get after them in the man-to-man and half court. Simonis out top of the key. Simonis left-hand bounce guarded by Broyles. And County really aggressive in this defense. Ferrier out now, hounding Satterley. Floater by Simonis, too strong. Rebound cleared by Broyles. Gonna get a whistle. Got a little, I think, discussion after the dead ball here. Fred Ferrier trying to get the shoe issue worked out. Mentioned that young man had taken quite a hiatus off the hardwood, and what a career he had on the gridiron, and he will choose between 5 Division I schools on Sunday as to where he will continue his athletic and academic career, and he'd like to play a little hoops deep into the season, much like he did in football into that state final. Broyles running a little weave out front, little handoffs. 15-footer good from the elbow by Zach Cox, and he can shoot it. But this, I think, is going to be key tonight for Western Hills. Can they get touches in a scoring position? Because this defense is long, aggressive, and athletic. Very physical. Simonis, 3-ball. In and out. Zach Cox, maybe the smallest guy on the floor, gets the rebound and up quickly. Broyles travel. Glad you have joined us here on this game of the week. Getting into January and all the different craziness going on. It's good to see these two rivals get on the floor, even if it's with a small crowd and social distanced mask-wearing crowd. It's still a chance to see these two teams get after each other. Campbell down low on Pfeiffer. Good defense, no foul. The shot was missed. Another rebound by Broyles. Cox on Perkins. Getting that little dribble handoff action. Broyles, top of the key, finally gets control and then pulls the trigger from behind the arc. No good. Gabbard gets the rebound up quickly to Simonis, and Western Hills into the front court. Perkins, no good and out of bounds, and it will go to Franklin County. Western Hills a bit out of control right now in their half-court offense. Playing a little fast, which is what a really aggressive man-to-man defense can do. Pfeiffer down low against a double team. He traveled before the shots. Baseline official was right on top of it. There's the shuffle. So strong and had a great football career. He's going on to play in college. And what could he have done in 4 years on the football field instead of just 2? That young man put on a show those junior and senior seasons, especially defensively, for Eddie James and the state runner-up Flyers. Perkins floater no good, but there's Campbell on the offensive glass, and he does that so well, and then draws the foul against Jaden Madison. We talked about Walter Campbell. He had a huge night against Frankfort High, really propelled his team to that victory along with the play of Simonis. Campbell puts the Western Hills on the board. Noah Smith into the game, a young man who can help them with ball handling. He's got some experience. Campbell off the back iron with the friendly roll, and it's tied at 2. Boyles out to Cox for 3. Too strong, long rebound chased down by Satterley. Left-hand dribble into traffic. Madison blocked the shot off the backboard. Cox wanted to give it up, and then it was covered, and then it goes out of bounds. And as you'll see, it happens to guards at all levels, but when you leave your feet, bad things happen. And you'll see here he wanted to make the pass. It was covered, and then he had nowhere to go with it. Good effort by Broyles, but out of bounds it goes. A turnover to Western Hills. Pfeiffer guarding Campbell. Now here's a matchup to keep an eye on as Gabbard knocks down the 2. He has a size advantage over Jaden Madison. Now Madison with a quickness advantage, so we'll see who gets the best there. The step-out jumper gets that battle check victory for the guys in green. Western Hills up 4-2. Broyles baseline, and that's going to be a charge. A nice job by Noah Smith getting to the baseline, holding his ground. And so many times players, they can use that baseline as the other defender, and you can see he did an outstanding job there. Team defense on the help. Smith draws the charge. And with 4:01 left, 2-point game, and another former Flyer football player, a junior, he'll be back next year, Zach Claudio. Dodo had a great junior season on the football field. Campbell, 16-footer. Off the mark, Claudio with the board, hands off to Cox, and here comes Franklin County. Shot no good. Good rebound from Simonis, and he's fouled by Claudio.
The foul is on number 24, Zach Claudio. That is his first, team first.
Simonis handling point guard. Claudio guards him. Smith checked by Cox. Back out Simonis. Tried to get it in the low post. Nice help side defense there from Pfeiffer to get the steal. Over on the wing. Shot up and good into the game and knocking it down. Junior Max Mulder. Making his presence felt quickly. Sadly down low. Nice little spin move and an unkind rim, but there is Campbell battling, and again it goes out of bounds and off of Mulder. It will stay with Western Hills. A great little drop step move there with the right hand. Just couldn't fall, but look at him battle down there. Walter Campbell. He and Pfeiffer will be banging bodies down there a lot tonight. Simonis on the take, no good, gets his miss, back up and in. Simonis known more as a three-point shooter, but there shows he's got the short game as well to the basket and gets his own rebound. 6'5" Hills. Mulder thought about the three, didn't take it. Ferry will take three and hit. Ferry's first basket. Seesaws County on top, 8-6. Nice give, layup. Satterley gives it to Campbell for two. Nice little fake, take and finish by Zach Cox. Shows the ball, gets to the rim. Now he's involved in a near steal. Ball on the floor, Pfeiffer with it. And that's going to be a foul on, I believe, Noah Smith going for the loose ball. Great effort there from the Flyers. And something to keep an eye on. We talked about Pfeiffer. It's only his second game. You see him leave the game now. He doesn't have a lot of wind on him. He had some injuries after the football season. He's just now really getting his wind back. And they'll have to play him in spurts. Michael Dummett into the game there, who has played very well, the senior for Tony Wise in his role. Ferrier. There's a travel, no call. Cox, nice shake, shot up, no good off glass. The move was great, shot not so much. And the rebound cleared by Western Hills. Now it's going to be a foul on Zach Cox as he was hounding the ball handler. I believe that was Simonis. And that is going to be a hand check. Shot up and looked like it was partially blocked. Wolverines wanted to foul, no call. Two-man game is back into that's going to be out of bounds. Into the game there is number 10, Brandon Atkinson, the junior. A lot of quickness, a smaller lineup on the floor right now for Western Hills. And we had a bucket there, and we came out of the replay. I missed it, guys. You'll have to fill me in on that one. That was a steal and a bucket for Ferrier on the inbound, and now back on the floor and hustling is Atkinson, and 4-point lead for Franklin County and the momentum. Here's another look at what we just missed out of the break. Ferrier with the steal and the bucket. We saw him get a few interceptions in his career at Biddy Watkins Field. He gets one here on the hardwood and leads to a bucket. Nice take, strong move, and the basket by Dummett. Sharing the ball nicely there, Franklin County, and then back down the other end trying to get back and commits the foul. That was Claudio. That's his second. And that's what Claudio brings to the table is high energy. And right now, Western Hills needs to find somebody that plays with that same energy. Claudio will now go to the bench with those two fouls, replaced by Dominic Taylor, who has been nursing a knee injury. Tony Wise said he thought he was probably around 90%. Ferrier causing problems again in the backcourt, chased down finally there by Simonis. Now they're trying to run and jump. It's Franklin County Western Hills out of sync offensively, big time right now. But one thing you can always do right before the horn, there's Walter Campbell draws the foul. Even if the shots aren't falling, you can play defense and you can defend and rebound. And we'll find out how the break's going to be. There was Mulder's three, a couple big threes. Ferrier knocked one down. We've got us a good one from the east side, just what we expected. Rivalry night, Western Hills, Franklin County. And we're going to, before we go to the break, we'll have the free throws, two free throws by Walter Campbell. He was fouled on that offensive rebound and put back attempt. Then we'll have our break for the quarter. Campbell has improved so much over the last couple of years, his work ethic and just, so they're going to put a little time on the clock, it looks like here. It's not going to be an untimed shot. We have 1 second on the clock. It will be two free throws. Campbell trying to cut into a 6-point deficit just before the horn. Too strong. Misses both. I don't know if it would have counted, but it does not fall. So after one quarter, Franklin County at home up on their rival from the west side of the county, 14-8. We'll come back with your second quarter in a moment. Don't go anywhere. It's the game of the week on a cold Friday night from wherever you may be.
Hello, my name is Greg with the State Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, the State Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. Estate Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
The Family Dental Center is open and serving Frankfort's patients in a safe working environment, following all CDC recommended safety guidelines. You can save 50% on implants today by taking part in the Dental Implant Contribution Plan to help make your care as affordable as possible. Visit tv.frankfortimplants.com for more information. If you have any questions, call 502-829-7541.
Welcome back in as just about set for the second quarter. These two that want to beat each other no matter what, right? If you're a competitor, you want to win everything you play. It doesn't matter if it's marbles, cards, or playing one of your rivals. But when it is your rival from your hometown, and guys you know so well for bragging rights, it means so much more. And then you put in the fact that everything now is about district seeding. It is something these two teams want very badly. Had a turnover there on the bounce. Royals, nice move to the paint, too strong. Good take. Satterley up quick. Simonis, short. Pass ahead and nice hustle to run it down and throw it off of the defender by Brandon Atkinson. I think it was Satterley that was chasing the ball, and look at, he was going to go out of bounds, throws it right off Satterley. Good effort there. Mulder. Broyles. Work it around. Mulder. Good set defensively from Western Hills. The pick and roll nearly stolen away. Wolverines in man-to-man and playing a sticky version of it. We thought we would see them in zone a lot tonight, but this set offense, or defensively, I should say, has been maybe their best of the night. 3-point attempt up and good. Dominic Taylor, after a long set, knocks down the three, and that is demoralizing when your defense plays that hard for that long and you give up the triple. 17-8. Ball rebound controlled by Western Hills. Spinning, shooting, and scoring, Walker Campbell. And he has been something that County has not much of an answer for thus far tonight. 6 points for Campbell. West Mills back in the zone this trip. 3-point attempt up. That one's no good by Taylor, but nearly stolen away. Now Campbell, and that's an unforced error. Went for no-look bounce pass instead of just kicking it out. Simonis was open, could have had his feet set for a three, and instead it's a turnover for the Wolverines. Zach Cox back in the game, as is Philip Pfeiffer for Franklin County. Colton Perkins back in the game for Western Hills. See Madison also checked back in for Franklin County. Now a run and jump out of the zone from Western Hills. Pfeiffer on the block. Nearly had it stolen away. Out Broyles, three. In and out. Pfeiffer, strong rebound. It's up, no good, but draws the foul.
Fouls on number 22, Mason Satterley. That is his first, team second.
Just great position there by Pfeiffer to get that offensive rebound. Pfeiffer walked away from the line now. And I don't know if maybe there might have been some blood potentially. It's like there might be a cut on the knee. They'll have to clean that up a little bit. That's a safety protocol that's been in place for quite some time. Of course, with COVID, there are so many more protocols that are followed, but there's a look, the left knee, and Pfeiffer misses the first. It's the second of two, his first point of the night. 8-point advantage for the Flyers. Nice take by Perkins, the floater. Good, went right at Pfeiffer, got it to bounce off the rim. Perkins' first basket. And then hustling back down and nearly getting the steal, so some energy from Colton Perkins trying to pick it up a bit here in this second quarter. Back in the zone is Western Hills. Long three for Zach Cox, finds the mark. There's a couple of ways to get a team out of a zone, and the most common way is to do just that, shoot them out of it. Perkins from the free throw line buries the jumper. 2 quick buckets for Perkins. Broyles into the paint, doesn't get the roll. Strong rebound by Colton Perkins. A nice couple of minutes there from number one in green. There's a steal and a lay-in. And that's what Jaden Madison does on the football field and on the basketball court. He is a beast defensively. Satterley on the take, no good. Good hustle there by Gabbard to get the rebound, and he goes up off glass. Timeout on the floor is the pace picking up offensively. Both teams shooting it a touch better. 23-16 right now, second effort. Gabbard kisses glass, cuts it to 7.
Since our beginning, our business has been people and their financial well-being. It's evident in good times, with decisions focused on the long term, and crucial when circumstances become difficult. That continued emphasis on people, our advisors, associates, clients, and communities, gives us purpose, strength, and a way forward, today and always.
Jeff Cody coaching up his guys in green. And the effort, I don't think you ever question the effort when these two teams play each other. Sometimes the execution might not be as sharp, but you're going to see they're going to give it all they've got on the court. And right now, the last few trips, the execution offensively for both teams has been quite impressive. Cox to Ferrier, now down low Pfeiffer. Again, it's that zone, and they'll drop guys. They try to change up the looks as Western Hills on how they play their zone. Not just a stagnant 2-3 all the time. Cox shot up well off the mark. Good effort, hustle, and save by Taylor as he went and got it and threw it off the shoulder of Zach Simonis. Mulder in the paint. Little mid-range game for Max Mulder. He has 5. The lead is 9. That is now the third time that the lead has been 3 in this contest. Campbell tried to cut into it. He didn't. There's Colton Perkins for the rebound. He lost it out of bounds. Went off of the Flyers. It will stay with Western Hills. In a game that doesn't feel like it's near double digits, this would As I said, it's the third time it's been a 9-point lead for County. Nice inbounds and the give to Campbell down low. Tony Wise wanted to travel, didn't get it. Nice pass on the entry there from Satterley. That's a 3-2 more for Western Hills. Pfeiffer had it deep into the paint. He had Campbell on his back, and if you allow an offensive player to get that position that deep, it's going to lead to either a shot that they make or a foul. And in that case, it's the foul. Mulder inbounds to Cox. Now back two-man game. Nice ball fake. Zach Cox no good. Ferrier had it, lost it, out of bounds off of the Flyers. Campbell, we just talked about the same thing down low. Campbell gave up the position. This time Pfeiffer gives it up, and it is a bucket for Campbell. Kind of scrambling in this zone. Pfeiffer mid-post, then nearly throws it away. Cox able to run it down and dribbles it out off of Colton Perkins.
For Richmond Hills, number 3, Noah Smith. Replaces Colton Perkins.
Simonis at the top of the 3-2. They would try to front the high post. They didn't that time. Pfeiffer strong to the basket, and that's going to be a hand check on Noah Smith of Western Hills.
Number 3, Noah Smith, and it is his second team foul.
Third team foul, so we'll not. Oh, they're going to call that a shooting foul. Okay. It looked to me like that the foul occurred before Pfeiffer had really began the shooting motion, but the officials felt like he was. So the senior will toe the strike, where he is now 2 for 3 on the night. Sadly handling the point against Ferrier. Ferrier went for the steal there. Sadly beats him off the bounce. Pulls up in the paint, no good. Pfeiffer strong, rebound. 3 jerseys went up for it, and the big fella said, "It's mine." End zone look from Western Hills. Mulder will shoot it. No good. Offensive rebound on the weak side by Ferrier, and as he went up for it, did they say he stepped on the line? They did. 1 minute left in the first half. We leave out front. We've seen County do that a lot. Variation. Now it's going to be an offensive foul against Western Hills. Simonis trying to create some space. Use that forearm to push off. County, if they choose to, can try to hold it for the final 45 seconds. That is a long possession in any level, especially at the high school level, but we'll see how patient they can be. And if Western Hills is going to stay in this zone, they may very well hold it to the final shot. Mr. Hills extending the defense a little bit. Knocks back out, 15 seconds. Now if they do hold, you'll look to go with about 8 on the clock. Running out of time. Ferrier in the corner. Cox in the corner. Fall away, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Mulder, it counts. It wasn't the greatest set there at the end of the quarter, but it ends up working out as Mulder gets positioned on the miss by Zach Cox and lays it in just before the horn. Great work, guys. They'll count that one. I think it does count. I didn't see the officials say no. So You see the official there does count it in the lower part of your screen, so that matches the biggest lead of the night of 29-20, 9-point advantage Franklin County. But downside, the work down low being done by Western Hills. Walter Campbell having a nice one, but his team trails by 9. We're at the break. We'll name a homecoming king and queen and give you a second half in just a minute on the Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Estate Tree Service. We have a solution for all your tree care needs. Estate Tree Service provides expert tree care and preservation. Call 502-229-5258 for a free estimate. Also by Raymond James. Since 1996, Tom Curran and Raymond James have been committed to helping our community achieve their financial goals and needs. Raymond James, life well planned. Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Family Dental Center, serving Frankfort for over 30 years with over 100 years of experience. Call us today for your next appointment at 791-8950. Family Dental Center, let us make you smile.
Welcome back into the Game of the Week on Frankfort Plant Board's Cable 10. I'm Glenn Waldrop. So glad you have tuned in. We've talked about so many times, it's been such a crazy year, and to get these two teams back together and compete is really just something fun to be a part of, and we expected a good one. It's been competitive as all get out. We thought that would be the case. Both teams have done some really nice things offensively. Both teams playing very hard defensively. We've seen good shooting at times. We've seen good inside work. We've seen good outside work. And most importantly, the effort is there. And I think that's what we all could expect from this one. It is a 9-point advantage. That's now the 4th time in this first half that Franklin County has led the game by 9. It doesn't seem like it's that big a deficit, but that could be a little scary for Western Hills fans because you get back in this, their defense is being kind of torn up the last little bit as County seems to find a way to get to the basket. They've knocked down some threes, and offensive rebounding has hurt both teams, to be quite frank. It is homecoming at Franklin County. You saw beforehand, maybe during the stream, they named all the court. Hopefully we'll get you that ceremony in just a few minutes as we finish up the highlights. Don't go anywhere. If the stream's not up and going, it doesn't mean we're not bringing it back. It just means we're in a sort of a hiatus till we get things figured out. It is a pandemic edition of the Game of the Week between the East Side and the West Side. 2021 brought us still some crazy stuff, and we expect maybe a crazy finish to this one later on. These two teams know each other so well. Glad you tuned in. We'll be back in just a few moments with your homecoming king and queen in the second half on the Game of the Week. In the corner. Far away, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Mulder, it counts.
Please welcome the first team of our board, representing the freshman class, Carly Woods. Carly is a 14-year-old freshman. Is the daughter of Andrew Morris and Stephen Woods. Carly is escorted by her stepfather, Russ Morse. Representing the freshman class, a nice hand please for Carly Woods. Now also representing the freshman class, please welcome Christian Moore. Christian is a 14-year-old freshman. He's the son of Marion Moore. Christian is escorted by his aunt, Ryan Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, from the freshman class, Christian Moore. And representing the sophomore class, please welcome Zoe Anglin. Zoe is a 16-year-old sophomore, is the daughter of Nick and Alicia Anglin. Zoe is escorted by her stepfather, Russell Robita. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Anglin. Now also representing the sophomore class, a nice hand please for Shakur Muhammad. Shakur is a 16-year-old sophomore, the son of Tanya Muhammad and Omar Muhammad. Shakur is escorted by his mother, Tanya Muhammad. Representing the sophomore class, Shakur Muhammad. Representing the junior class, please welcome Scarlett Hornbeck. Scarlett is a 16-year-old junior. She's the daughter of Christy Davis and Brad Hornbeck. Scarlett is escorted by her mother, Christy Davis. Representing the junior class, Scarlett Hornbeck. Now also representing the junior class, please welcome Jackson Pruitt. Jackson is a 16-year-old junior. He's the son of Steve and Ginger Pruitt. Jackson is escorted by his mother, Ginger Pruitt. Representing the junior class, Jackson Pruitt. Now introducing the first of four seniors to be your 2021 Franklin County High School basketball homecoming queen. Please welcome Brooklyn Miles. Brooklyn is a 17-year-old senior. His daughter of Gordon Miles and Rachel Holt. Brooklyn is escorted by her father, Gordon Miles. Ladies and gentlemen, our first senior, Brooklyn Miles. Now introducing our first senior candidate to be your 2021 basketball homecoming king. Please welcome Jonathan Cook. Jonathan is an 18-year-old senior. He's the son of Marcia and Dwayne Cook. Jonathan is escorted by his mother, Marcia Cook. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Cook. And please welcome our next senior, Emily Monaghan. Emily is an 18-year-old senior. She's the daughter of Scott and Carrie Monaghan. Emily is escorted tonight by her mother, Carrie Monaghan. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Monaghan. Our next senior tonight is Fred Ferrier II. Fred is an 18-year-old senior. He's the son of Anita Ferrier. Fred is escorted by his sister, India Ferrier, and his mother, Anita. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Fred Ferrier. Please welcome our next senior, Elijah Starks. Elijah is an 18-year-old senior. Is the daughter of Natasha Leghorn. Elijah is escorted by her mother, Natasha Leghorn. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice hand please for senior Elijah Starks. Our next senior tonight is Philip Pfeiffer. Philip is a 17-year-old senior. He's the son of Tim and Trina Pfeiffer. Philip is escorted by his cousin, Natalie Dufour. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Philip Pfeiffer. Now introducing our fourth and final senior candidate to be your basketball homecoming queen. Please welcome Kendall Woods. Kendall is a 17-year-old senior. He's the daughter of Andrew Morris and Stephen Woods. Kendall is escorted by her father, Stephen Woods. Ladies and gentlemen, Kendall Woods. Now introducing our fourth and final senior candidate to be your 2021 basketball homecoming king. Please welcome Owen Powell. Owen is a 17-year-old senior. He's the son of Caroline Jason Powell. Oh, and is escorted by his mother, Caroline Powell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the principal of Franklin County High School, Mr. Charles Lewis, assisted by the co-president of the Franklin County High School senior class of 2021, Ms. Peyton Sutton, and fellow senior class officers, Jaden Anderson, Clark Bourne, McKenna Deaton, Amelia Roney, and Nikki Durana-Pragada, along with our reigning 2020 basketball homecoming king, Mr. Aiden Lewis, and our reigning 2020 basketball homecoming queen, Ms. Caroline Tate, will now crown our 2021 Franklin County High School basketball homecoming king and queen. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2021 basketball homecoming king is Fred Ferrier II. Now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting our 2021 Franklin County High School basketball homecoming queen, Miss Brooklyn Miles. Ladies and gentlemen, nice hand, please, for the 2021 Franklin County High School basketball homecoming king, homecoming queen, and their court. Thank you.
Welcome back in. For those of you that are watching at home on Cable 10, maybe on Facebook or YouTube, you probably just saw a few moments ago that they named the homecoming king and queen, and two fine examples of student athletes, both of whom will play Division I sports in their. In this case, Fred Ferrier is playing basketball, but he's going to play in football. We'll find out Sunday where he will commit. And then Brooklyn Miles, of course, is already committed to the Big Orange at the University of Tennessee. Fred Ferrier's narrowed his choices down to Air Force Academy, San Diego, Ohio University, Toledo, and Alabama Birmingham. So great choices ahead for him. He was recruited. I think he had 23 offers, Division I offers. And if you tuned in to many of the games over the years that he played for Eddie James and the Flyers on the gridiron, you know it was well-deserved. And he and Brooklyn are the king and queen of homecoming here at basketball season. Congratulations to both of them, and we wish them luck as they finish their senior year and on to bigger things at the Division I level. 29-20 is the score here as we begin this second half. Western Hills has trailed throughout. It's kind of really seesawed back and forth between 9 and 6 over the last quarter. Inbound, Campbell had it, lost it. Ferrier away with it. And the King takes it to the basket, draws the foul. Ferrier with 3 points in the first half, and just so quick, and see him in the open court. Then we're right to Simonis, who backed him across the arm, and Ferrier will shoot two. Leading scorers for Franklin County in the first half were Zach Cox and Max Mortar with 7 points each. Leading scorer for Western Hills was Walter Campbell, and that is the biggest lead of the night right now in this contest of 10 points. No good. Pfeiffer with the rebound, and they're going to call it on Pfeiffer with hooking the arm of Walter Campbell. See, that's a tough call, man. Pfeiffer used his body to get position, and it looked to me like the left arm of Campbell got underneath of Pfeiffer's. I thought that was pretty good position by the big, strong man, but he and that's two strong fellas down there, he and Campbell. Nice ball movement over to Gabbard, who can't finish, and it misses his second chance. He's going to go over the back of Broyles the next, and that is a big turn of events. Should have been an easy bucket, and Gabbard just couldn't find the mark. You see Pfeiffer got up in the net, and then he went back up again, couldn't finish, and he gets the call there. And got to have those when trailing by 10. Pfeiffer, he finishes, and it is a 12-point lead. Franklin County threatening to pull away in this one. Lots of basketball left. Satterley off the pick and roll, and it was defended nicely there from Franklin County. Now Satterley, baseline, no good. There's Campbell again. Shot blocked by Ferrier. Campbell one more time in traffic, and one. You talk about working down there. Look at this effort. That's against Pfeiffer and Ferrier, and just takes it away between the two. Gets the contact, gets the bucket. And now he'll look for point 13. And does. Claudio will replace Broyles, as Claudio brings instant energy when he comes off the Tony Wise bench. Madison nearly a travel, no call. Dribble handoff weave action, Ferrier. Madison, Claudio, Zach Cox, and Pfeiffer, all 5 football players on the floor right now for Franklin County. Good set defensively from Western Hills here, moving their feet nicely. Entry pass to trying to get it down to Pfeiffer, who cleared out space. And they're going to call Gabbard for the foul. And watch 34, clear out right here, just get wide in his base. And you could see that Gabbard was trying to move his feet, but his left arm was over the back of Pfeiffer. Gabbard gets the foul, and that shows you just the work down low that goes on between these two, Pfeiffer and Gabbard. And, of course, I mentioned Campbell. There is a lot of bodies battling down there. Crazy shot up off the glass and good by Zach Cox. He has 9. And the lead is back to double digits at 11. Ferry with the deflection, nearly the steal. 3 ball. Simonis no good. Campbell battles again. This time out of there with it is County. Ferrier went for the dunk. He got the ball to fall. It wasn't the cleanest dunk ever. But it's a bucket and the lead is 13. Foul down there. Simonis went up and tried to block it, didn't get any contact, but Ferrier gets the bucket nonetheless. So crazy set of plays there. Baseline's going to be a turnover.
For Western Hills, number 3, Noah Smith. Who replaces Eric Gabbard.
So trying to get a look who we have on the floor here now as Satterley, Campbell, Smith, Perkins, and Simonis for Western Hills. A pretty small lineup for them. Perkins on the take, no good. Cox with the rebound, joined by Pfeiffer, Ferrier, Claudio, and Madison. Madison's shot is good. And we have an injury on the other end down here. That is Colton Perkins, who rolled his ankle right there. He came down on the foot, it looked like, of Jaden Madison, and rolled the ankle. You see it so much in basketball. So he gets off the floor, and it is the biggest lead of the night at 15. And this one in danger of getting away from Western Hills. Nearly a steal. And then Sadler just fell down. Ferrier up with it. Pass ahead, shot up and good. Take that back is missed. Pfeiffer keeps battling. A 4th opportunity for Franklin County, and before he can take the shot, there'll be a foul on the floor. And I think one could imagine how excited Tony Wise should be, I should say, of having these guys out. The effort, the energy, and the winning mentality these football players bring to the basketball court. That's a charge. Oh, they're going to call it a block. It looked like Dummett was out of control. I thought maybe Satterley got in the position right there. Nope, that was Noah Smith, actually. And that could have gone either way. That's going to be a foul on the inbound, it appears. Down low, Campbell on Pfeiffer. Shows the ball. Goes the way Pfeiffer moves his feet nicely, but no answer for Campbell. And Campbell is the offense right now for Western Hills. 15 points. Cox in the corner, shot up, no good. I believe that was Dummett who took the shot. That's going to be a reach in. I believe that is Claudio. It was Claudio trying to defend Simonis. Nice ball fake. Shot no good. Rebound Dummett. Here comes Franklin County. Dangerous pass. And somehow up and in. And does that look familiar? Kind of going up over a defender and making a catch, making a play. We've seen him do it a lot in football. He does it there. Ferrier gets another bucket. The lead is 15. That matches the largest of the game. And that's pretty good defense, and he just went up and over Satterley to make the play. That is very reminiscent of Broyles to Ferrier. There's a foul.
Foul's on number 22, Mason Satterley. That is his first.
It's going to go against Satterley.
Michael Drummond is at the line for a run in the bonus.
Satterley's going to back it out. And that is Wicks, who just came into the game. He didn't get any action in the first half. He comes in the game here. Excuse me, Wickers. I apologize. Wickers. Went straight to the basket. And fouls on Dummett, his second. And Wickers will go to the line.
In the line for Western Hills is number 2, Austin Stone. He replaces Mason Satterley.
Zach Cox to blow by. No good. Wickers strong to the basket again. He'll draw the foul. That might be on Ferrier.
Foul is on number 5, Fred Ferrier. That is his first, team 7.
And if Western Hills is going to get back in this contest in this final 10 minutes and 7 seconds of regulation, they're going to have to do a better job of getting somebody involved in scoring the ball other than Walter Campbell, because he has virtually been the offense. They have 27 points, and he has 15 of them. And most of that has come off misses down on offensive rebounds. Mulder, tough shot and traffic, no good. Wickers with the rebound. Wickers has been very active since coming into the game this quarter. A little bit of trouble there, nearly turned it over, but it's going to be a foul on Mulder as he tried to defend the pass, the entry pass to Gabbard, went over the back. That's the 8th team foul, so now Western Hills can make hay at the free throw line. That is Gabbard's 5th point. But it has been a quiet evening for the low post player. Had a couple of great moves that he just couldn't find the ball to get into the basket. Ferrier, nice give. Madison shot no good, but he's fouled by Walter Campbell. It's a nice offensive set there from Franklin County. See him off the bounce, a little roll to the basket. And Campbell didn't do a lot, but there was contact there that draws the foul. I believe that's our guy Lightfoot down there on the baseline officiating this game. He's gotten a few state tournaments over the past few years. Also does softball, football, baseball. Sort of a family affair for the Lightfoots. Run a little different look here to the basket. That's a great take by Simonis. That's just his 4th point. Young man who averages 19. You know they got to get him going. We mentioned somebody's got to help Campbell with the offensive load, and that gets the lead down to 9. And just like that, Zach Cox to the rim. He can't score it. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. Is Javion Campbell who's getting some minutes here, and that ball is knocked away from him. Younger brother Walter getting good minutes and playing alongside his brother some. Not in the game right now is Walter. Simonis looking for a screen out top. Zach Cox doing a nice job guarding him. There's the pick. Simonis from the elbow. No good. Mulder clears the glass. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. The lead has been as many as 15 for County. Nice give again. Pfeiffer with the finish. Good look right there. I think the assist goes to Dominic Taylor, and Simonis, 3-pointer off the mark. Tapped around, controlled by Zach Cox. 20 seconds to play, 3rd quarter. Step back. No good. A little early for that shot, probably. If I'm Tony Wise, I'd like to see a little more clock go off there. That shot will not count even if it's good. So we'll go to the break. 43-22, and Fred Ferrier is getting ready to commit to his D1 football school. He's having a big night on the hardwood, and hey, he's homecoming queen as well. Will he finish with the whole package here tonight and get the win against his rival? We'll find out in just a few moments. 4th quarter coming your way. Franklin County hosting Western Hills.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all of your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Call David Tolles Auto Pro for all your automotive needs.
Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Tolles Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
Welcome back in as we get started for the 4th quarter of one that you might expect to tighten up some here in just a little bit. 43-32 is the count. Pfeiffer down low on Gabbard. Turnaround. Off the mark. Satterley Smith, Gabbard, Walter Campbell, and Simonis for Western Hills. Entry pass denied, and that's going to be a foul on Jaden Madison. For County starting this quarter, it's Mulder, Madison, Pfeiffer, Cox, and Broyles. There's the reach in right there. So as we said, we went to the break. Ferrier's going to announce on Sunday where he's going to play football and continue his career. And, you know, it's a pretty good weekend. If you get a win against Western Hills, you get named homecoming king, and you decide where you're going to play Division I football. That's a pretty big trifecta. 30-second timeout on the floor. 7:27 remaining. And Walter Campbell's just been outstanding tonight for Western Hills. He is 15 points and just battling down low. He's got a quicker Jaden Madison on him some. He's going against Pfeiffer, who is a big, strong guy. Here he is between Pfeiffer and Ferrier. That's a lot of athleticism and strength down low, and Campbell won the best of that one. He and Pfeiffer, they're going to need an ice bath separately after this one because they have battled each other all night long down there.
Walter Campbell is in line.
Going to be huge here, I think, in this quarter will be the free throw line for Western Hills. No good there, but rebound Noah Smith. Simonis rattles it home. His first three, and the lead is down to 8. Good set here, an important set, I think, for Franklin County to kind of calm down this little run from Western Hills. Western Hills would like to get a stop and a bucket. They'll reset the offense well out into the front, near the backcourt there for Zach Cox. Mulder gets the roll. His second three of the night, he has 10, and that was a big set for Franklin County. Gabbard really wanting the ball down low, and they turn it over. Now Zach Cox, 2-on-3. Mulder, nice little move. And just like that, it's back out to a 13-point advantage for the homestanding Flyers. Jeff Cody wants this win badly, and there's just a bad pass from Satterley, but he hustles right back, nearly gets the steal. 1-on-2, that's a charge. That's a bad decision there from Zach Cox, no doubt. Plays a little fast at times at that point guard position there. He didn't have the numbers, and just forced a lay-in that led to the turnover after the charge. Welcome everybody that's tuning in on Cable 10, on Facebook Live, or on the YouTube channel. Glad to have you as part of the Frankfort Plant Board Cable 10 coverage. And there's a situation where Simone is trying to do too much in traffic, dribbled it off his knee. And every possession in high school games are so critical, and especially in a game like this where it's down the last 5 minutes or so. You're trailing, you gotta have good possessions, take care of the basketball. And that's gonna be a charge maybe. The official's going to try to figure this one out. Franklin County thinks it's their ball. I thought it was a charge on Broyles personally. That's a tough call. He left his feet, and Noah Smith slid under him. That's a tough break for Nick Broyles. I think the officials kind of at the last minute decided that one. That one was flip a coiner there. Gabbard strong to the basket, fouled by Pfeiffer. The block charge call, we've talked about it here for years, is the toughest call, no doubt. But I think they missed that one pretty bad there, and Western Hills takes advantage with Gabbard going right down the paint. Pfeiffer got a lot of basketball, but they say he committed the foul with the body. Gabbard has had a quiet evening. He is 3 for 3 at the free throw line. But only 7 points, still shy of his nearly 12 per contest. Gets that one to fall. Franklin County quickly into the front court. And now Nick Broyles, the quarterback of the football team, will set the offense for the basketball squad. And then strong to the basket. He's fouled by Gabbard, and that's a situation there where Broyles was really kind of going into no man's land and was bailed out a bit from Gabbard committing the foul. 5:01 remaining. Next up for Western Hills on the 26th, they go to Anderson County. And tomorrow night, Franklin County makes the trip up 127. There's a lot of contact there, no doubt. Makes the trip up 127 to Owen County. Back-to-back nights for the Flyers. Pfeiffer, what an effort there. He didn't get the rebound, but battled so much. Sadly, nearly turns it over there. Gabbard back to that right hand. The hook is good. Jeff Cody wants a timeout. So Gabbard starting to get going. It is a 9-point game, single-digit play here as you see a nice little turn and lay in with the right hand hook. We'll be back in just a few moments. This one's winding down. It's a good one from the east side. Franklin County hosting Western Hills.
Frankfort is lucky to have so many locally owned restaurants and shops for us to enjoy. They often give back to our community through sponsorships of programs and events of our local schools and civic organizations. We need them here, but right now, they need us. It is our turn to support them in their time of need. Give them a call or order online. Most are open for delivery and curbside service. Let's all do our part to show local love and keep Frankfort strong.
And that is by far my favorite spot that's been put together by the Frankfort Plant Board's media production team. It is so important during this pandemic. You see businesses right and left throughout this country suffering so badly. It's so important to support your local businesses, and there are so many great small businesses, restaurants especially in downtown Frankfort. News of this week of Nitro closing, that hurts the downtown community, it hurts the entire community. But if you can, please, if you're going to order out or go out or do carry out or whatever it may be, do it with one of the local establishments. You saw the many of them there on the spot. Follow the Plant Board's lead there and go support your local businesses. Zach Cox will work toward the front court. It is now there as they have a 9-point lead. Does Franklin County with the ball. Madison out to Ferrier for the three. Big shot there. As the lead gets back out to 12 points and just a good set. Madison finds Ferrier, gets his feet set. And what kind of career might he have had if he hadn't set out basketball a few years during that football run? At any rate, Ferrier plays very well tonight, and the lead is 51-39. Still a lot of basketball left for the Wolverines, but now you have to really cherish every possession. Simonis, nice give. Campbell, shot no good, but he's fouled.
The foul is on number 23, Zach Cox. That is his third.
Ferrier has 11 after that three. Campbell will shoot 2. He has 15 in this contest. And if you're going to get back in it, you got to make points at the line with the clock not running. That is just critical at this juncture of the contest. Most free throws missed, but there's the rebound by Simonis. Up in traffic, no good. Simonis on the floor gets the rebound. Did he get a timeout beforehand? It was great effort, second and third effort by both he and Campbell. Here's the miss. Check out this action. Simonis missed. He's on the floor, rebound, and gets the timeout before he can be tied up. Headsy play by that young man. We'll step away here as we're late in the contest. Franklin County Western Hills game of the week from the east side.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
This Franklin County bunch. I've looked at my game notes. I talked to coaching staffs for both teams, and really, if you look at what they wanted, Western Hills wanted to not allow the straight line drive. They've done a pretty good job of that. They wanted to handle pressure. It's not been bad, and they wanted to get some bonus and shots. That's where they've struggled. They haven't been able to get him free. There's either a 3-second or a charge, and neither, as Campbell gets the field goal. I think you could probably hear Tony Wise say 3 seconds. I thought it was, and certainly looked like a lot of contact. But a big bucket there to get it to 10 for Western Hills. And then in talking with the Franklin County staff, they said we really just have to get everyone back to full speed and get our football athletes in basketball shape. And it looks like you can see that coming around now. Most of the minutes have been by the football guys. And here's another look. Now check out that. He was in the paint for a while. There was quite a bit of a shoulder dip there, but no call by the official. A good bucket from Campbell. And now a chance to make it a single-digit game. Satterley in and out. Guess who? Offensive rebound. Can't get the putback. One more time. Can't get it to fall, but draws the foul. And Walter Campbell is working his tail off tonight. That young man is going to be exhausted after this one, because he's not only doing it just on his own effort, but he's doing it battling a guy like Pfeiffer or a guy like Madison, who are just bulldogs down there. There's nothing easy. And unfortunately for Campbell now, he has missed 5 free throws tonight. That's about the only negative to his game. He has rebounded and battled down there. Six in a row. Or check that, 4 in a row and 6 on the night. So an empty trip for Western Hills, and that's going to be a foul on Satterley. He was on the ball handler, Zach Cox. That's 4 on Satterley.
Zach Cox is in the line for 2 free throws.
Got Boyles back in, replacing Mulder. Cox, a good free throw shooter, hits both there. He now has 11 points, and the lead is 12 for Western Hills. Campbell on the bounce at Pfeiffer. No good, no call. And now Madison up with it. Cox, long 2-point shot, no good, and that's not a good idea on shot selection. Up 240 or up 12 with 2:45 left, and you take a long 2 under duress. That's not one you want to take right there. I saw Tony Wise throw his hands up, and then you get a foul on Pfeiffer going for the rebound, and it allows Western Hills to come back down and try to score with no time going off the clock. So not the best job of clock management there from the Flyers and shot selection, but nonetheless, they still have the lead by a dozen. And you wonder, as he makes that free throw, this will be the 11th free throw tonight for Campbell. And he is 4 for 11. Do you think it's fatigue? It might very well be. He has played so hard. Maybe at the stripe, he just doesn't have his legs under him. Now he's in the backcourt, and that's going to be a foul as reaches in on Broyles. That's the 4th on Campbell. And keep it, always check out social media with Cable 10 and FPB, depending on what's happening with crazy schedules right now as Broyles gets his first point of the night. But we're going to try to get some more games here for you. Obviously, there's been a lot of different changes. There have been schedule changes. There's been cancellations. There have been postponements. Everything you can think of, just like COVID has done to everything else in our lives, it has disrupted the normal schedule. But the Frankfort Plant Board and Cable 10 is committed to bring you more games. Hopefully we'll have that opportunity. So always check out their social media to see exactly what's happening and when, and hopefully we'll have many more games coming your way. Mulder's been nice tonight in the roll off the bench. This was, I thought, a huge play. Western Hills late in the half had gotten what looked to be a stop. He gets the rebound, comes out, hits another 3, and Mulder with 12 points tonight off the Flyer bench has been really big. Franklin County called the timeout. As you see, they have 2 remaining. So if you're a Franklin County fan, I'm not sure where the game can be found, but they will be at Owen County tomorrow night. As an alum there have been some hard times for the Rebels, but they're a pretty good basketball team now. They have a freshman, nearly 7-footer, and a couple guys that can fill it up, underclassmen, and that'll be a challenge for Franklin County going on the road to the 8th region rival. And as I said, then you got going the other direction. Franklin County goes tomorrow night up 127 north. On the 26th, Western Hills will go down 127 south to Anderson County. Good entry pass from Smith off the hands of Gabbard, but right into the hands of Mr. Here I Am all night, Walter Campbell. And Cox looked like he was fouled in the backcourt, no call, and an easy play up for the jam for Pfeiffer. Just his second field goal, but he has made his presence felt many other ways. Satterley, too strong with the three, and Pfeiffer strong to the defensive glass, draws the foul. Here's another look at the end of this play. Nice give from Ferrier, and Pfeiffer goes up with the two-hand flush and then doesn't celebrate, gets right back down and gets a defensive rebound, and he can help try to put this one away. As the 13-point lead with under 2 to play could be awfully tough for this Western Hills team who struggles to score the basketball. And throw off the mark. Misses both. So Hills with a chance, but they're going to have to get very quick and precise with their possessions. Smith. All knocked away to Satterley. In traffic. Nice give. Campbell. Shot no good. Foul. It's on Pfeiffer, and Campbell will go back to the line. It's 4 on Pfeiffer as he went up, tried to block. Again, a lot of ball, but just enough body there, and maybe a slap across the wrist. Campbell will toe the stripe again where he has struggled this evening. Campbell misses that. Had him 4 of 13 from the line tonight. Dangerous pass. Madison away with it. Now playing keep away, just running clock. Broyles to Pfeiffer. They'll work it back out to Zach Cox. Wishman's going to have to foul, I think, here now. Are they looking to foul maybe Pfeiffer if he touches again? Oh, nearly a turn. What a play by Madison to save that. It's almost like catching the ball, getting feet in bounds on the sidelines. What an outstanding play. What athleticism from Jaden Madison. A young man who's getting Division I looks as a defensive back. It looked like a world-class wide receiver there, and finally the foul's committed, and Zach Cox will go to the line with 64 seconds left. So I'm being told by one of our loyal followers, Mr. Chris Devers, that the game is at Western Hills Tuesday night, not 127 South, but in Frankfort 127, as he's one of the gentlemen who officiates throughout the region. He will have that game. So glad to see you back in healthy, Chris. Glad to see you back on the court, and thank you for the update, as the game is not in Lawrenceburg. It's on the west side of town. Love all their interaction on Facebook. Campbell with another hoop. And that's going to be Campbell's 5th, but what a game for him. Here's another nice pass from Satterley.
In the line for Western Hills is number 2, Austin Stone.
22 points for Campbell as he fouls out, and I know he's over there kicking himself with the struggles from the free throw line, but what an outstanding effort from that young man. I don't have the rebound stats. There's no telling how many he has, especially on the offensive end. He was a load down there, 22 points, and really single-handedly kept Western Hills in this one as long as they were. Madison misses the second of two. There's a foul on Ferrier.
Mason Satterley is in the line for 2 free throws.
Sadly with Toby Stripe. Sadler's first point. .45 seconds remaining. You wonder if Western Hills is going to back off and just let it run out here. Will they foul and take one more shot as they're down 12? And it's like they're going to back off and not foul. Whippers guarding Zach Cox. In a game that's pretty much been controlled by Franklin County since the first quarter. They led by 6 at the end of one. They led by 9 at halftime. They led by 11 at the end of the third. They're going to win by 12. The lead was as many as 15. It was a great effort from both teams, but County's just sort of been in control throughout. And great team effort. A lot of different guys getting involved. The effort from Pfeiffer, Jaden Madison, Mulder played great. Zach Cox, and then, of course, Ferrier was huge as well. Campbell got a little help from Gabbard and Simonis, but just not enough offensive firepower from Western Hills, as that'll be the final 59-47. So we won't go to break. We'll just go to the highlights. We want to give our appreciation to everyone who tuned in to watch, whether it's on Cable 10, Facebook Live, or YouTube. It is different. We understand, but the fact that you'll be a part of it and support these student athletes means a lot. We're so glad to bring it to you. Doing it from my home's different, but I love it. And the fact that we get to do this occasionally is one of the highlights of my week whenever we get to. I hope it's a highlight of yours to get to watch them all battle as they do. For the entire crew at the Frankfort Plant Board, who does a great job. I know we've had Doug Crow tonight on replay. I know we had Zach directing. David Columbia does a fantastic job. Abby, all of them there. I hate to name anymore. There's so many that work so hard to make this possible. It's never easy, but when you're in a pandemic, you're having a social distance, you're using technology where I'm at my house, you got people staying away. It's just crazy, and they make it happen. They get it in your living room or on your mobile device, and we're so glad they do. It's been my pleasure. We'll see you hopefully very soon for another game of the week. 59-47, Franklin County with the win. Congratulations to Fred Ferry II and Brooklyn Miles becoming king and queen. And congratulations to Franklin County getting their second win on the season. They go to 1-1 in the district and 2-3 overall. Western Hills falls to 2-4 and 1-1. For the entire crew, I'm Glenn Water. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, everybody, and hope to see you soon.